learn from our connection to Ahlul Bayt is to have a respect for ilm and for knowledge. Just recently I was asked a question, and it was a very nice question, that we had a solar eclipse on Sunday. Solar eclipses are contemporary with the new moon. So why is it then that Muharram did not start on Sunday if that is when science says that the new moon was? Why would Muharram be either on Monday, or why are we saying that the first of Muharram was today on Tuesday? It's a very valid question, it's a good question. But what usually happens, and I'm not criticizing anyone in particular, this is a general principle which maybe I myself have sometimes fallen prey to. What comes next is, why don't our fuqaha think about science and try to make use of these new advancements of knowledge in order to be able to issue up-to-date fatawa? And this is where we run into a problem. Because we have to have a respect and an understanding of the logic of Sharia. Maybe the beginning of the Islamic month does not go by when the new moon is, but when the crescent is visible. So it's not a question of not utilizing science, but it's a question of having a different standard which Sharia has asked us to apply. That humility before ilm and ulama in general is part of our connection to the Prophet of Islam. It is part of our connection to imams. And I'm not saying that you have to be satisfied with everything that your fuqaha or your maraji or your ulama will tell you. But if you are not satisfied, then the proper solution is to put your money where your mouth is. Then financially, in terms of the inspiration you give to your children, you should be encouraging them to become ulama who will solve those problems. You should be supporting efforts in order to introduce these types of resources to our academic institutions. The constructive role is to maintain the respect for our religious sciences. It was always the case that when people thought religion was something which was superficial, that they did damage to Islam, or they were not able to benefit from what Islam